Hold on. There we go.
Plug it in. That helps when you plug things in, it helps.
Thanks.
A little bit.
The woodworks.
Happy holidays. I am going to make my mother's coffee cake. It's her recipe. She wrote in her own handwriting for me. Laminated. I always have it. I always break it out when I'm making this. Even though I kind of know the recipe, I like to look at it and be reassured that I'm doing the right thing. We always, in my house, we have this on Thanksgiving, Christmas, so I think it's a great holiday thing to make for all you guys at home. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sift the dry ingredients. And this calls for 3 cups of flour. Teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon and a half of baking soda, teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Okay, I got that all sifted, the dry ingredients. I like to push things to the side, but I leave them out or so I know that I used them already, or I usually put them away sometimes. The next thing I'm gonna do is cream the butter and the sugar. I have a stick and a half of butter, and it calls for a cup and a half of sugar. Next thing I'm gonna do is add the 3 eggs. And I'm gonna mix that up a little bit. Gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla. That's about right. The things that are left to add is the sour cream and the dry ingredients. I like to add the dry ingredients next and the sour cream last. So I'm gonna add half of this, mix it, and then add the rest. All right, you want to continuously scrape the bowl, the sides of the bowl, so everything gets incorporated evenly. And you want to get it off the, what do we call this thing? The paddle, what is it called?
Padka.
Padka?
Paddle attachment.
For creaming. Yeah.
Kafka.
Kafka, right?
Padka.
Paddle attachment for cream, but it had no pack, right? Right, Kafka.
Yeah, look.
Paddle attachment for creaming.
creaming.
Which is way too long of a name. Okay, now is where I double check everything, make sure I got everything in there, because the last thing is the sour cream for the batter. So I'm checking the list. I got my sugar, I got my butter, eggs, flour, there's the sour cream, baking powder, baking soda, vanilla, salt. That's it. Now here comes the sour cream, a cup and a half. And you're gonna incorporate that. Scrape. I'm calling this a paddle. Forget, what do we call it? Cactus, whatever.
You would have made it up last time.
I know, I did make it up, but it's just a paddle. The other one's the whisk and with the dough hook.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm getting everything off this paddle thing, because I can see there's some butter on there and stuff, so I want to make sure this incorporates really well. One of the best sounds in my house is hearing my granddaughter run around upstairs. pretty awesome to have them living with me. Okay, scrape down the sides. And then we're gonna give it one more mix. And then we're ready to go. Done! Okay, so I have my pan. This is my official coffee cake pan, buttered. Have my batter. And now I have a quarter cup, a little more than a quarter cup of brown sugar and regular sugar. Just mix that up because this is gonna be what makes the ring in the middle of the cake. I'm gonna add usually probably a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I also like to add a little nutmeg. It's kind of my own thing. I love nutmeg. I use it on my oatmeal. You just need like their little nuts, and then you just have to have the little grater, or any grater. Just a little bit. And just mix that together. A little more cinnamon. My pan is buttered. I got my batter. I have my sugar mixture here. I'm gonna add a third of the batter, then some of this, sprinkle it over it. Then I'm gonna add the next third, sprinkle this over it, then the rest of it, and on top, sprinkle some more. I got all my layers done. It's ready to go in the oven. You want your oven at 325, and it's between 50 and 60 minutes. This has to bake. My oven's a little not accurate, so I put it to 335. It's up to, the way your oven is. I have a thermometer in the oven so I can see the actual temperature. So this is going in the oven. D.Wood's coffee cake. It's my family's absolute favorite thing on the holidays for sure. Hope you enjoy it. The coffee cake is ready. The house smells wonderful. It smells like the holidays. So let's take it out the oven. Have a look. Just look at that. I mean, that's perfection. It's perfect. Thanks, Mom. I'm very lucky to pass this recipe on to my kids. It's awesome. Enjoy it.
The Wood